on it.
Because you speak like a woman.
I want that.
Okay.
How do I find a goblet?
Is it true that all Scottish dudes beat on their wives?
Internet.
Or beat on their girlfriends?
Show
I
me
want to obtain a goblet.
Not all of
Actually,
them, but quite a high majority.
Yeah. Why is that? Why do you guys... Is it because you can't handle the fact that you're wrong?
Probably.
And then you hit your wife after she's right?
I don't know. I don't have a wife.
As a man, I can admit that men hate
that's
to be wrong.
Entirely true. My dad never laid his hands on a woman in his life.
Great.
And he's Scottish.
And I commend your dad. Your dad is awesome.
Especially after Rangers and Celtic matches, apparently.
It's you guys' job to kill the stereotype.
I will. Let's see.
You're the worst troll in the world, man. You keep contradicting yourself.
You're a walking contradiction.
I'm a walking contradiction.
Yeah, you're probably one of those dudes that beat on women, just like your countrymen. You're a walking stereotype.
Like 2 days ago.
Right.
I can tell you beat on women just the way you're reacting to me right now.
I was like, motherfucker, I need this.
Scottish people hate being. Scottish men hate being wrong. So when the women are right, they punch them in the face. They punch them in the face.
Probably they do. They probably do, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't. I don't have a wife.
Yeah.
And there's two.
Probably because you.
Maybe when I have a wife, I might punch her in the face. I don't know. I'll see. If you were in front of me,
try not being a stereotype.
I know that.
That's cool.
No, I like.
I get that a lot.
There's nothing wrong with aggression. There's nothing wrong with aggression.
Thankfully, I'm big enough not to get punched in the face where I live. Nobody wants to punch me in the face because they're scared of me. Yes.
I see what I'm looking at.
Oh, you're a big dude, yeah.
Yeah.
Gypsy.
I mean, I'm not saying that size matters, but it matters 100% of the time.
It's a divination spirit.
No, it doesn't matter 100% of the time.
Size does matter. That's why you don't have a girlfriend right now.
I was always.
You're not going to slag me about that, mate. I'm getting nearly a 10-inch dick, so that's one thing you're not going to slag me about. You can ask a few of the girls about here if you want. If they've normally Skyped me, you want to ask them.
Hey, there's a lot of dudes who catfish their dicks on here, so I'm not going to take anybody's word for it. They don't know you. They've never been to your house.
Nah, they've talked to me on Skype, but
it don't matter. Like I said, there's a lot of dudes who catfish their dick. Who says you didn't play recording? Who says you didn't do this and do that?
I don't know.
Skype is Skype.
Is that what you do? Do you record videos of dicks and play them on Skype? I've never even heard of that before.
I don't record videos on Skype, period. That's just weird, and this is for stalkers.
You seem to know about it. I've never heard of somebody doing that.
I'm just saying there's a lot of catfishes. Girls do the exact same thing sometimes. They'll play a recording through the Skype video.
How does that work? How do they have
you can tell when it's fake, but some dudes can't, like you.
That the conversation isn't live?
So you show your dick to catfishes on the internet. Great job. All you know, it could be a hairy, fat bastard behind the microphone, and you wouldn't know it.
I know him. I do know it. Kirsty, are you a hairy man?
I have to tell you, I am. I really am.
See, there we go. That's proof. That's living proof.
All of our fucking cool.
Yeah, that must be.
Hey,
a man, then.
Fat bald men need love too. You're just helping out their situation. They pretend to be a woman. You give everything that they want.
Closing down.
Do you feel better now that you're involved in the conversation? Were you feeling left out 10 minutes ago?
I felt better when I was born. Because I'm me.
You know what? I find it strange, right, that you were really going to sleep with the sound of my voice, but then
because you were boring as fuck.
Conversation for 10 minutes.
Yeah, because it's funny when you get
conversation. Then
I'd rather hear you pissed off than hear you talk about shit that you know nothing about.
What do I mean? I was asking somebody if they knew any documentaries. How do I did
you know nothing about documentaries.
That's why I asked.
That's exactly what I meant.
You fucking fool.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Yeah, exactly. Nobody wants to hear your talk about documentaries. You have no information of them.
Listen to it.
Which is why I was asking for information, you fucking retard.
Did you get it? Did you get information? You think anybody here is gonna give you the proper information of documentaries here?
Why? Why? Why Beetlejuice, who the person I was asking is a very intelligent guy, so
there's one nice girl in a safe hub full of dicks, okay? You're lucky today. You're lucky today, okay?
I was asking a guy who's an intelligent guy who I trust his judgment, which is why I fucking asked him.
Thanks, but I know nothing about documentaries. I'm sorry, dude.
I wasn't asking you.
Well, you just like stated that, you know, I was the intelligent guy. I'm sorry. Like, I thought you were talking about me.
No, I didn't. No, I'm afraid I wasn't.
Oh.
Because if you were that intelligent, you wouldn't say, "Oh, I hate your voice," and then engage me in conversation. You also wouldn't.
So intelligent people can't disagree with somebody and make fun of your accent. I'm sorry. That's just dumb.
But is that intelligent to make fun of somebody's accent? Does that make you intelligent? That's what you.
It is intelligent to make a sensitive Scottish guy talk about hitting a girlfriend if he ever had one. Yes, it is pretty funny.
I think that was a joke. I think you brought up the.
It was a joke. Exactly. That's why it was funny. I hope it was. I hope you don't hit women. But the ratio of men in not yet. The ratio of men in Scotland is pretty high on hitting women.
I think he was trying to call you a woman then.
How do you know this?
A little bit.
Honestly, anybody could be everything in Second Life. You could be anything. If he wants to be a girl, it's not me to judge. I know Scotland frowns upon dudes cross-dressing.
Is it higher in Scotland than it is in other places? Because I've never looked into it. Why have you looked into it?
No, I just know because I know the world. I know that.
How do you know?
9 times out of 10,
well, how do you know?
See a Scotland guy on the street, he probably goes home and beats his wife when they have an argument.
He probably goes home and beats his wife.
Yeah. I'm sure you have friends who do that. You just like, you know,